Sorry about that. I had to go and pick Corncheck up from work. So here we are back here, and we're questioning the kid at why he didn't take a photo. As we just saw, he couldn't figure out how to work his camera, so he's going to explain that to us. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yup. Uh-huh, right. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Yeah. Really? So the villain jumped him first. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? Well, that would explain... Well, he did hurt his ankle, which would explain a lot. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Of course, the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. Uh-huh. Right. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture! Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow! This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. I don't think so. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Alright, so, you probably know what we have to do, but in case you don't, you go to his last testimony here, and remember, he gave something to Mia. So he gave Mia his photo album that he put together of every victory scene in every Steel Samurai battle that he ever won. So obviously he wouldn't just erase it, he'd put it in here. And if not that, he'd just keep it somewhere. Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle scene, every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all these pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. But what is the truth? And what a truth it is! Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album on the day from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Well, there's only one reason. And no, it wasn't a mistake, and no, they weren't blurry. It's because the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth, the bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! He's kind of pissed now. Look at him waving that sword around. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone. Ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied to us, lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, here come the waterworks. Cody, that day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Man, that's some real fountain work going. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Simple, really. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this about? Well, we know Hammer was the victim. So that, and of course since there was a victim, this statement is null and void. Basically, the Steel Samurai was the victim. It seems Hammer was originally wearing the Steel Samurai costume. Well, that's what it all points to. So then how did he end up in the other costume? If you want what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. As there goes Facebook. Order. So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in the costume was the victim? Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that! Now! Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that he could be anyone in the costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. And now we have to find the inconsistency. Well, I believe... Before I reveal it, I'll of course give you guys a chance to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure... No, it's not the studio. Even though you can tell he's standing in front of the Studio 2 door. The evidence is here. The evidence is the spear. Because remember, Old Bag said she saw the spear break and duct tape it. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. No wait, I'm pretty sure it was the spear. Man, aren't I good. Or is it the fact that he's standing? It's something like that. The Steel Samurai? Yes, that's about the only thing in the... No. Steel Samurai is inconsistent with something. You gotta love it when he goofs. Then again, I'm the one that goofed. Think about your client and us who are forced to listen to your rambling. Mr. Wright, please rethink your position. Thankfully you can't miss, but I swear it was the spear. Alright, maybe it's this then. Your Honor, look at this. Okay, it was the 2. I thought I remembered a part about the spear, but maybe that's later. Anyway. I see. A gate? Might I draw the attention to the number on that gate? The number? Oh yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgewood sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible! Eh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Now we're seeing stuff. The murder in fact took place at Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see! That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Well, there's the trailer for one. The path is blocked, so of course they couldn't get to Studio 1 to begin with. And no filming is done here, it's just random. So, of course, the reason is the path is blocked, as we've been told many times. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. And Facebook is going crazy. I'll turn it off for the next video. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person in the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did it so he could cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Well, obviously we have proof. Saying I don't have proof screws the whole thing. And in fact, we do have proof. We found it in the employee area after our first meeting with Cody. Remember what it is? Also, sorry for the sniffling. My allergies decided to act up as soon as I sat back down to start doing this. I don't know why. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised suddenly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. And that, of course, is the sleeping pills. That's why Powers fell asleep. Hammer drugged him so he could not take the Steel Samurai costume. But why would he do that? We're gonna find out. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. We're going to fingerprint the bottle, because testing Powers' blood wouldn't work. By this time, any trace of sleeping pills would have been gone. Examining how Hammer's body is useless, so all we can do is fingerprint it. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. As Edgeworth gets shot again. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. So now we wait for them to check it, which is pretty fast. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. The plot thickens. Now, if you remember, Oldbag mentioned something happened with Hammer, that all of a sudden his career went down the tubes. So, when we get to investigating again, we get to try and find out just what that was. Phew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Hey, Sabretooth. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Well, that time the sniff actually worked out. To be continued. So we'll save. Okay, gonna pause this real quick to turn off. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go. We're back at the office. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Okay. Hopefully I didn't sneeze in your ear. I tried to push the mic away. I probably should have muted it. Anyway, Maya's back now. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under this system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. So, back to the studio we go. Oh good, old bag, just who we needed to see. Apparently she's speechless. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think your guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat these donuts at the station if we wanted. You eat, you die. She's still... Yep, she's still there. Phew! She's alive. Alright. First we'll talk to her about the producer. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Alright, how about the director? Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's a soft... he's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? It's a BDSM thing. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Sure it does. You just don't know. You just gotta understand what submissive means. No, it doesn't, Maya. All right, here we go. About Mr. Hammer. Ugh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnagger. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. Listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Well, tell me why then. Tell me about Hammer. Because I think showing her that I don't have the sleeping pills to show her. Never mind. Alright, so moving on. Let's go to Studio 1. I think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right, but why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Well, I don't think we're going to find anything here, so let's move on to Studio 2. Hey, look! Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello! Hey, G-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. What clouds? That's all she had to say, apparently. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. How about Will? Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My faint blood speaks to me. I know it! Oh, dear. Director Manella. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Alright, well this was useless. Is he in the trailer, I wonder? If not, we're going to the employee area. Wasn't that the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Well, this works. Now I can look at these posters again. Maybe this time he'll take one of them. An old movie poster. The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. And what in the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best! That's right, we have Maya with us this time. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai stars. What next? Ninja ballet? Why not? That could be pretty interesting. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance. With a samurai on a horse? And last but not least, an old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Oh, no comment on that, Maya? Alright, back up. Actually, wait. For some reason I want to check that trash can again. Okay. Just some paper cups and crumpled up documents. Alright. Of course, it's been so long since I've done this. As you've seen before, I don't remember everything. So now we're going to go to the employee place, because I'm pretty sure Fatso's in there. And since she won't tell us about Hammer, we either need something to show her to get us to talk, or we have to go elsewhere. So, I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see the film later, I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! Oh god, Gumshoe. He's pissed. No, don't touch it! Eek! Chill out, Gumshoe. Oh, sorry, pal. I didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack! I guess I can be a little dramatic at sometimes. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic, indeed. Or dramatique, I think is how he said it. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So, let's talk. The plate. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills, how? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct, but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. So now we'll see. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Now we have the steak plate. That proves that he was drugged. Investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Edgeworth, though. I'm sure he's having a real good time. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to the empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints, on the bottle. So that means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers asleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. And now we get the sleeping pill bottle updated as well. So now we have Hammer's prints on the bottle and trace evidence of sleeping pills on Powers' plate. We're off to a good start. Let's head into the dressing room. Empty dressing rooms like this are kind of lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah. I don't think there's anything in here, but let's check anyway. There's a box full of snacks on the table. They must give these to employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here. I mean, this is just cosmetics and crap. It's an array of cosmetics here. It's the wig used in the Samurai Boogie Woogie. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. Yeah. And, of course, the clothes. There are some regular suits among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. Okay, yeah, let's... Wait. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his window much. This is kind of dusty out. It is kind of dusty outside. Okay, moving on. Actually, I think we go back to Old Bag now. Let's see. Oops. See, she doesn't, of course, believe what we said about Hammer. So, let's see what this does. Miss Old Bag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. Okay, maybe not. Alright. It was a good try. Oh, nothing new there, so we're going outside Studio 2. Is there anybody in the trailer now? No. Let's see what happens when I do this. Absolutely nothing. Okay, hey you, look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? What about the plate? Look at this plate! Hey, you look. Okay. I don't think we examined anything here. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? Yeah, we went over that. Yeah, he's got an attorney's badge, yeah. Alright, so we're going back. And we're going outside Studio 1. Well, I guess the only other place we can go is the... Whoops. Is the detention center. Yeah, we gotta tell him he was knocked out. That seems right. Good, he's here. Okay, Sabretooth, you were drugged. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look at me like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Alright. We'll ask him the same 3 questions. Thanks. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, and she picked it up, and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Alright, how about the director? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Well, I could see him trying to jump and failing miserably. That'd be kind of funny. Finally, Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then you just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Huh. So Vasquez comes in, and suddenly Hammer's no longer a star. 5 years ago. Okay, let's show him the plate. And the sleeping model. excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. Okay, same thing. So we don't show him either. I wasn't sure. Ah! I bet you now we go back and talk to Old Bag. Nope. Alright, let's go to Studio 2 then. Bet you she's not there anymore. No, she is. And she still won't say anything. Okay, let's check the employee area then. Or in the trailer? Nope. There she is! Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Well, why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. Really? She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I think I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set as it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Alright, tell me about the last episode. What do you mean the last episode of The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. No, I'm pretty sure that's Miss Vasquez that decided it. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids that will love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. We gotta show her Cody's album. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Mr. Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Vasquez told him to. But if it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk. Now we talk to the old fart. Hopefully she'll tell us this time. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who did they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Good idea. Well, tell me about Hammer then. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Uh-oh. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe something rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole the costume? This is where we show her the bottle. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Sleeping pill bottle. Take that! Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? And now the plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag, you're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. What? Really? Wow, so the family might be involved. She silenced that paparazzi. In what way? That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag, hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell into the flower box, onto the flower box fence. How did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. So now we have the photo. Now, if you remember, I kept trying to examine that stupid fence that was bent. That's why. So now we'll go back to the trailer. Oh, she's still here. And look, it's still bent. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. Or not. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Okay, hang on. Okay, wait, I'm wrong. I think we have to present the thing to her. Where is it? Probably should have backed out, but... She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Oldbag. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. What? Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Well, should never keep a lady waiting. You came. Well then, what was it you were talking about? What was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty chains. So I'm a blackmailer now. Hey, well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him, and to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? Oh my god, she stopped smoking. What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. All of a sudden she looks really evil. Kinda scary. Just think, would he have let him run his life for years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought the photo to the studio. That photo to the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Ah! She did say that... Oldbag did say that she had connections to the Mafia. I guess this is it. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? Not really. Kinda fond of living. What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Oh, great. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there! Gumshoe to the rescue! Go, Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. And they just leave. Thank you, Gumshoe. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Well, you made up for it there. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Alright, investigating done. Looks like we're going back to the courtroom. Yes, we're saving. Saving. Alright. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Here we are, back in court. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final case of the day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Wonder how his hand is. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. This should be good. Let's see if she says her name. They let you smoke on stand? That's interesting. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I just like needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Really, Nick? And when would she be pulling her pants down? That's what I want to know. Anyway, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at noon sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. So now we have the van. Bet you that's going to come into play soon. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. The day of the murder. Okay, she says she entered a little before noon. That's fine. Began at noon sharp and ended at 4. No rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. Press that. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Fatigue, so you had Sal take you in the van. 2:30, it took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed the murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence and proof she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna go back here to the stakes. And we're gonna look at some evidence. It's not the guide map. 5-year-old photo, sleeping pills. That's not the plate. No. Monkey's head. No. The photo. Guide map. No, see, unfortunately, I don't have anything to prove she didn't eat that steak. And what were you doing at that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. And he did the same thing. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in front of the table, the trailer. I don't have anything to prove she'd eat that steak. I'm out here. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. She hesitated. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Okay, I think I pressed on that after already. I think I have to press everything to get it to move on. Hold on, you said Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. I already pressed her on that. And we ate T-bone steaks. Okay, what do I have? Autopsy report. And then dragging one leg. Guide map. Murder weapon. Path blocked. Photo, yeah, that thing. Digital camera. The accident with hammer. Sleeping pills. Found in the employee area. And then the stupid van. Under 4. No, I didn't mean to press. So I'm gonna skip through this again. Let's present the monkey head. Okay, I'm not contradicting that. What do you think about the witness statement? I'm not sure I follow. It's clearly contradicts the, I thought... Okay, I was wrong. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. So I had Sal take me. Wait. Maybe here's where I do it. No, I'm wrong again. This area of evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that statement evidence in the statement just now related? They are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think about the facts. Think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. See, we're fatigued, so Sal took you. 15-minute break in the meeting. Wait, what? Okay. And they ate T-bone steaks. It's something goofy, I know that much. Yeah, there's that photo, but it's not that. Let's press this again. And Corsell. Actually, wait, hold on. Okay, wait. I thought there was a way to... No. What proves she didn't eat the damn steak? I mean, I got 3 more chances to throw evidence at her. No. Found in play area, trace the sleeping pills. Jackhammer's fingerprints. No. Digital camera. Cody always carries it, although he's still learning how to use it. Every battle. The stupid monkey head. The spear. The guide map. And the autopsy report. Maybe this is it. Got it. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large T-bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Benella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. I ate the bones! I ate the bones! No wait, that's KFC, never mind. You ate a boneless steak? Or, you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during the break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was picking on Salmonella. She was meeting the Steel Samurai. Meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Shit. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of a stunt are you trying to pull here, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Alright, her new testimony. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. Oh! Burn. The victim was stabbed to the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof that I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I couldn't have wrested it away from him? Yeah! Take that, Wright! If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey Nick, look at the data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the spear? Remember, it broke. Old Bag taped it. So then what spear is the samurai holding? Wait! Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim, but I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Look at the spear. It's broken. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. That is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that his spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? It's not. It would break. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Wow. Talk about a dom. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yeah, I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid that your confidence could sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's then see the murder weapon. Forgot to look at the 5-year photo. It's that thing he's laying on. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order in the order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer himself had done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Pretty easy, really. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Sure there was. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, could she have dealt with the body? I bet she can move it. You'd be surprised. I bet she could do it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things. Mr. Wright, this is not an episode of That's Incredible. If you claim she did everything in 15 minutes, let me guess, show me proof. Correct! Show me proof! How am I supposed to do that? Then I won't have you making unsustained claims. Wait a second, how does he know what I'm thinking? Ha! I need only to look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to reconsider your claim? Well, Mr. Wright... Okay, she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. This should be obvious, really. The monkey carried it. She had the monkey come alive and carry the thing for her. It's easy. No. If only. Obviously, she used the van. She put the body in the van, and if she wanted, she could have waited till after the meeting to do the whole thing. She didn't have to do it in 15 minutes because the body was hidden in there. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Oh! Recall your testimonies. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Objection! I said it again. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Sure. He did everything she told him to. Of course Manella was has to be a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't hurt me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who could say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result, what was the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Miss Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor? I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to the verdict. What do I do now? Well, no further question just lets her walk, so obviously we have to have her testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright? Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! To come so far only to fail. As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up to it with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Oh, Wright's turn. No, he did it again. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have to anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Oldbag when I was the assistant when I found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she'll be sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. After finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent, because he was sleeping. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Okay. Oldbag was crazy, we know. Let's press her on this, because you remember the script was left there. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Why the hell? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of career change in defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how this court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. He wasn't injured. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her, or everything we've done till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay, hang on. But he wasn't injured. Is there something proving otherwise? Okay, it was that. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? Well, one person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manoa. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Aha. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you're confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have the order. Witness! Can you refute this claim? Humph. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Sorry about that. Had to switch the wash. Now, I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yeah, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Yeah, I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence that is to Miss Gaz's motive to the murder. The 5-year-old photo. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With these Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and to Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Yeah, I see that clearly. Mr. Wright, please explain Vasquez's motive for murder. She has to have a motive. She's just not going to kill him on a whim. So, reveal evidence. Okay. Allow me to present to you the court evidence proving her motive. I guess the photo again. I bet you the guy he killed was someone close to her. This is my proof! And this tells us why Ms. Vasquez wanted to kill Hammer? I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time. Crap, I only have one chance left. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain her motive for murder. Gee, I don't think I have any evidence that proves it. I just tried the one thing that would work. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? What? That's another spin on it. Your Honor, Jackhammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jackhammer stuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jackhammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then, Jackhammer made his way to the trailer. As for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. She broke her cigarette. Her smoking pipe, rather. So you did do it then. You did do it, didn't you? She actually looks happy. Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! So they were together. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank it, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay! And there was much rejoicing, as Sabretooth once again cries. That is all. The court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Hammer want to blame me? It's a good question. Show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... because he was jealous, I guess. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and was the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so, he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Uh-oh. Huh? Is something wrong? He doesn't know. No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. And pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet? Again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Gee, nice. Good to see you too. Mr. Wright? Is this guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now, we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Well, that goes back to their past. And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Ah, Pig Princess! It came to life. Nick, this is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead role again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. And I'd be kind of scared to see him dressed up as a princess. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, that brings the Turnabout Samurai, the third case, to a close. Case number 4, Turnabout Goodbyes, is the next up. So we'll go ahead and save here. Saving, yada da da da. And let's go back and take a look at the previous thing. See, that's how it's supposed to look. Check that out. Steel Samurai, Evil Magistrate, there's Vasquez and Nutjob up there in the corner, with Maya, Cody, the assistant, and Old Bag kind of squeezing something. Yeah. But since I got it right now, you can see it there. And I'll show these again too. See? Now we can see Mia, the crazy person, the other crazy person, Maya, and the waiter, who's kind of hidden in the back there. No! Don't click it! Anyway, that'll do it for